Hey, English 112 students, it's Miss Williams. Welcome to week 2 of our 13-week semester. So as you can see, week 2 is February the 5th through the 11th. Remember, the Super Bowl is on Sunday, so you probably, if you're interested in watching that game, then you need to get your work done before then. So I would work on my Sunday assignment early and make sure that I get it done so that I can watch the Super Bowl. So week 2, we're going to continue talking about some of the things that we started talking about last week, especially ethos, logos, and pathos, the means of persuasion. You've got 3 discussion board assignments this week. Of course, they are due on Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. We're going to start talking about the rhetorical situation this week. So what is the rhetorical situation? What are the parts of a rhetorical situation? So every rhetorical situation has these specific parts, and rhetoric really is just a fancy word for the art of effective or persuasive speaking or writing or communicating. So when you want to be an effective, persuasive writer, you're always going to have ethos, logos, and pathos, especially pathos. And you're always going to understand the rhetorical situation that you're writing in. So you're going to know what your purpose is, who is your audience. Sometimes our messaging, our means of persuasion will change based on who our audience is. What is your particular attitude towards a situation, towards a topic that you're writing about? What kind of genre of writing are you using? So remember, from English 111, we can use different genres of writing, and that's really going to affect and impact, what kind of messaging we use, because our audience is different for every genre of writing. And then, is this print, spoken, or digital? Nowadays, most of us are writing in digital spaces. So one of the reasons I make you create a web page or a website in English 111 is because most of us are really communicating in digital spaces nowadays, rather than, writing a bunch of print papers and stuff like that. You have to do it for school, for college, obviously, and for maybe for, in business if you're working, but most of the time we're writing in digital spaces nowadays. So anyway, read through all that information that's important, and it's going to help us throughout the course of the semester. Your first discussion board assignment is all about everything being an argument. So see here, you've got an attachment. Remember, if you can't open Word documents and you need to open this as a PDF, you can just click this little TP and it'll let you open it as a PDF. But read through this information. This is really important. What does that mean, that everything's an argument? What kinds of arguments are there? That's going to help you. That's going to help you answer the discussion board assignment prompt. And that's due Wednesday. And then persuasive argument, as far as a television series that you are really interested in, and so basically this discussion board post is all about you using the different means of persuasion, ethos, logos, and pathos, to convince someone to watch a streaming series or, TV series that you're really interested in. I know, people are always, friends of mine are always telling me, you need to watch this, you need to watch that. And then I try to watch the series and I just can't get into it, because I'm very particular about what I watch. And of course, I don't have a lot of time to watch things. And many of you don't have a lot of time to watch a lot of TV either. So, if somebody really convinces me, this is a good series, and maybe I'll check it out. So how would you convince someone using those means of persuasion that this particular series that you really enjoyed is good? And, later in the semester, we're going to look at different texts that are really college level texts and use our means of persuasion to analyze them, and the rhetorical situation to analyze a text. But while we're just getting comfortable with these ideas, these terms, and the ideas of ethos, logos, and pathos, it's easier to apply those things to, something like a series on Netflix that we're really familiar with, and just to help us understand these concepts initially. And then your third discussion board post, which is due Sunday, is about analyzing a speech. So I give you an example of a really good speech. You can click here to watch the video or read the text of Steve Jobs' commencement speech at Stanford College in 2005. So, Steve Jobs is the one that created Apple and other companies like Pixar, that most of us are familiar with. He dropped out of Stanford. He didn't finish his degree there because he already knew what he wanted to do. But then he ended up going back there in 2005 and giving a really famous commencement speech to the 2005 graduates. So you're going to watch his speech and then think about how he establishes ethos, his credibility, how he establishes facts in his speech, and then how he uses emotion to persuade his audience. So you're going to kind of practice by listening to that speech or reading through it, and then you're going to pick your own speech by somebody that you are, some kind of public figure that you're interested in, that you admire. It could be someone like Steve Jobs, who's kind of an entrepreneur. It could be a politician, an athlete, a celebrity. But anyway, the video speech that you pick by that person should be at least 10 minutes long, so that you have enough to work with so that you can analyze it. And then you're going to analyze their speech. So it's really specific here, what I want you to look for in their speech, different statements of ethos, logos, and pathos. So 3 discussion board assignments. It's been a long day, a long week, and a long weekend. 3 discussion board assignments. The first one is everything is an argument. So read through this document first before you attempt that assignment. How to persuasively argue to someone about a television series that they should watch. And then analyzing a speech using ethos, logos, and pathos. So remember, our due dates are always Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. The Super Bowl is Sunday, so you might want to get that Sunday assignment done early if you're interested in watching the Super Bowl. And if you guys have questions, please reach out to me. I'm always available through text, through email. You can call me. But I usually respond to text or email pretty quickly, so I would try those